Welcome back to part 2, guys, of our Hotel California project. And today is where the real hard work begins.
Yeah.
It's when I have to start putting additional keyboards on, putting all the backing vocals on. It's a shame for me, isn't it?
I'll tell you, I'm going to start up a new second channel.
Oh, yeah?
And it's going to be, you've got Eddie Project and Ian Complains Project.
Yeah.
And what you see, how many subscribe to that and how many views you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then, guys, let's get to it. Well, this is where the meat and potatoes happen, let me tell you, right? Only joking. Anyway, right, I'm going to carry on now. I'm going to carry on putting some bits and pieces to flesh out the backing, hopefully complement what Ed's put on there already. I'm going to put on an organ so that we can sort of fill it out with more of a traditional sound. And then I'm going to try some sort of electronic sort of sequence in a bit. And hopefully, you know, we'll come out with something that sounds a bit nice. So, let's have a go. Right then, so we're gonna press. Just give me a bit of a room here. And then let's have a go at this. Okay, so fairly happy with that. It's as I say, may keep it, may not. It all depends how it looks or it sounds. So, okay, what I'm going to put on now is a little bit of I'm going to sort of glide an electric piano sound. So, hoping this works out. There was a similar part played on guitar in the original recording, but I'm going to try and put a different sort of flavour on it. I think if it weren't there, it would probably be missed, and I think it's probably an important part of the original arrangement that I think we should keep in. Okay, let's just give this a go. Right, as I say, just normal sort of electric piano sound, but I'm going to bend the notes to see if we can make a sort of nice replacement for the original part. Pleased with that, I think that fits in well. Okay, what I'm going to try and do now is lift up the chorus a bit with some instruments in the background that sort of thicken it, make it sort of richer, give it some sort of texture. Now you probably won't hear these things only if they were taken out of the mix. When they're not there, you'll notice if it's and if it is there, it sounds full, but you can't actually pick it out. So it's one of those situations where you put in something in the background, and it's making it richer. It's adding to the texture of the sound and the sound stage. And this is one of the Rob Papin sequencers. You play basically just a chord, and it'll arpeggiate around that chord. So let's give that a go. Again, I'll just solo that, and then you can hear what's going on. Just a simple arpeggiator. Just works, just sits there nicely in the background. Now I'm going to complement that, I'm going to put like a vamp over the top to complement it, basically, but it'll probably sit in the sound space in exactly the same position, and that's just gives us a little bit of a consistency in the background. So here we go. Right, let's give you that. Let's put the drums on, bass, and let's put those to the sequence and that little pattern that I've just put on, just to make sure everything flows along just nicely. And let's have a look at that. That moves along nicely, and that will be in the mix. It'll be taking up space, it'll be adding to the guitars, the pads, the organ. What's next? I think I'm not going to put too much else on this, actually. What I'm going to probably do now is getting my friendly pad here, which you can't really see in the shot at the moment, and I'm going to put on some complementary percussion just to help out the. I'll play this in and I'll play it back to you to show how it sounds. Okay, so this is what I've put in. I've also done an offbeat sort of counter tambourine there, just to give it a more of a little bit of an offset rhythm there to complement the drums, and it's basically just a simple tom-tom rhythm now and again. let's have a look what else we're going to do. I think we'll try and we'll just listen to that as a whole and see what we're coming up with. What we're looking for is to lift with these textures. We need to lift the chorus. Okay, so let's see how that's going. The bass is still where it is in the mix. Textures are just coming in and out of the chorus just to lift it. So and when you hear the mix at the end, you won't actually hear these individual things so much. They'll be in the background, as I say. It's like a thatch, you know, and it'll make everything sound nice and full. And but you're building a sound stage, a sound texture. Okay then, so I think I'm going to leave it there because it's and now it's time for me to spoil it with my backing vocals. Actually, I'll put the lead vocal on first, and then we'll start with the backing vocals. Okay, guys. So what I've done, I've put on the lead and the backing vocals. I've doubled up on the vocal to give it a more of a thicker sound. This is not really quite in my key, to be fair. So I've done my best with it. Here's what I come up with. Cool wind in my hair. The backing vocals, it's more or less obviously done in the same way as I did Yellow. Now, what I'll be doing is an in-depth dive into how I what my workflow is for backing vocals, but I'll show you what I've got here. This is 3-part harmony, and I've done for each note. I've recorded it twice, and I've panned it very, very slightly left and right. Welcome to the hotel. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too shoddy. And that's it. Right. Well, that weren't too bad, was it, Ed?
No, it wasn't too bad at all.
No.
It's not as much work as you thought it was going to be at the start of the video.
I'm going to be honest, though. I am not keen on me being a lead vocalist, but I love doing the harmonies.
Well,
and I love to, I don't mind hearing myself in harmony.
well, this is the thing.
Backing vocals,
I've learned a long time ago,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. I've seen interviews and people. Do you know there's some big singers? I mean, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I've seen numerous interviews of different singers.
I know what you're
and
gonna
they've
say.
said the same thing. They said, "Do you know what? I hate my voice. I don't know how I've become such a star as I am." But it's you're not singing for yourself. You're singing to these people, and they're the ones that determine what you have and what you don't have.
Did you know that Karen Carpenter thought she couldn't sing?
Well, that's a classic example. That's a classic example.
It's true. Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, Ed, if you think I can sing, just drop it in the comments below. And I don't care, do I, Ed?
What about comments? No, because you
don't get me.
No, you keep a stock of cyanide for suicide behind you anyway, don't you?
I know.
Yeah.
And also, if you think I'm fat, put that in the comments as well.
I look forward to the next 2,000 comments.
I know. See you next time, guys.
Sayonara, guys.
Ta-da.